Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Nnamdi Kanu has finally spoken from DSS custody. Don't forget that on the 26th of July, he was supposed to feature in the first trial after he was repatriated down to Nigeria. But shockingly, DSS did not allow him to feature, and they gave their reasons. And it has been shifted to October. But guess what? He has spoken from their detention, and it seems the man is even more strong as he sent the message to all IPOB worldwide. We are going to be listening to that in a jiffy. At the same time, the Anglican bishop talking about Most Reverend Emmanuel Chukwuma, who is a reverend in Enugu Ecclesiastical Province Church of Nigeria, has spoken also about the allegation that was leveled against him that he was part of those who pushed for the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu. You're going to hear his response, and you're going to also hear what IPOB have to say. All right, but before we give you all of that details, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. All right. According to the news, the detained leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has sent a message of thank you to all his supporters. His comment will contain in a statement signed by his lead counsel, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, on Monday. According to Ejiofor, they were able to see Kanu following weeks of speculations and uncertainties. According to the statement, he said that he is firm and stable, lest the burden of solitary confinement and concomitant mental torture arising therefrom, though the detaining authorities is giving him medical attention, but he still requires advanced medical care, which forms a substantial part of the relief in our application before the court. He specifically requested that we should extend his heartfelt compliment to millions of his supporters worldwide and all foreign government and institutions who are relentlessly following up. Media houses are indeed not left out of this classification. He went further to say, "We are winning, but your prayers are doing wonders. Don't relent as you continue to remain law-abiding." Ejiofor promised to give frequent updates now that the visit will be more regular than before. Kanu has been in custody of the DSS since he was repatriated from an unknown African country. Meanwhile, in another development, Most Reverend Emmanuel Chukwuma, Enugu Ecclesiastical Province Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, has declared that he has no hand in the arrest and repatriation of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, to Nigeria. Chukwuma said he has strongly maintained a dignified position on justice and fair play in governance at all levels for the Igbo nation. The Nigerian government has recently repatriated the IPOB leader from an unknown African country. Kanu was repatriated to Nigeria to continue with his treason trial before Justice Binta Nyako led Federal High Court Abuja. Following his arrest, IPOB had named Archbishop Chukwuma among those who allegedly plotted with the Nigerian government to betray its embattled leader. Reacting, the clergyman said involving him in the despicable act of Kanu's abduction and repatriation is a joke taken too far. In a statement he signed and issued to journalists in Enugu, Chukwuma said linking him to such an act was laughable, reprehensible, and very unfortunate. Further dismissing such a claim, Chukwuma recalled defending IPOB against the terrorist attack by the Nigerian government. He said, "I was torn by a recent report credited to indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. In the said report, it was alleged that I was part of the conspiracy that led to the abduction and repatriation of the leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, to Nigeria. Ordinarily, I would have ignored the said reports for lacking in substance, but that would have elicited different narratives and unhealthy speculations in the minds of Nigerians. A comment, therefore, is considered necessary for posterity. In my privileged position as a religious leader, I have fervently maintained a stoic and dignified position on justice and fair play in governance at all times and at all levels, and adherence to due process and constitutionality while seeking justice for the oppressed. This is variously canvassed at different fora. My position has not changed, as it is consistent with my avowed beliefs and convictions. The report should be discountenanced by discerning minds, for it is a product of mischief makers and disgruntled elements. I have in strong terms condemned reference to IPOB as a terrorist organization, but rather as a non-violent group of agitators. Wow. This is really interesting. Now, first of all, looking at what Nnamdi Kanu, the message he has sent to the people, being it's for me, an act of gratitude, which most IPOBians are so happy that at least finally they have heard from him, because there was this speculation that he has passed on. Some say he has died, since DSS were unable to provide him back. But I could still remember Ade and Joe coming out to tell them that no, nothing was wrong with him, but for some reasons they decided not to allow him, to come out. But here, Ejiofor has conveyed the news, and I know a lot of people are overly happy considering the fact that despite his solitary, confinement, he's still very strong, brave, and very hopeful that everything is going to be all right sooner than expected. And then Ejiofor still maintained that the prayers were doing wonders, and is asking all IPOB members to ensure they continue with their prayers so that at the end of the day, they can get justice for their leader. And with what we are seeing, it clearly shows that it seems everything is going very well. Now, looking at what Chukwuma, I could still remember when he spoke about IPOB and all of that. It was shocking to hear him make the statement he made, because every sane person will know that at this point, these guys are just freedom fighters. They are not involved in any form of terrorism and all of that. But however, he has come out to debunk it, that he wasn't part of whatever had happened to Nnamdi Kanu, and that he has never spoken against IPOB. Let's look at some of the reactions of Nigerians. This one here says, "This is a very good news for me this evening. I am so happy that finally Nnamdi Kanu has spoken through his legal representative." Another one here says, "Most Reverend Emmanuel Chukwuma, wait until when we get IPOB or get Biafra. That's when you will know whether you were against us or you were with us." Another one here says, "Nnamdi Kanu, stay strong. Nothing will happen to you. We are still praying for you." And this one here says, "With what we are seeing, therefore, victory is assured." A lot of responses, but I'd like to leave it there. Go to our